Pati and welcome back to A Small Geeky Chica Figures. Today we're continuing with our Nendoroid Collection series with entry number 48, Nendoroid number 895, The Guardian from Breath of the Wild. So we've definitely seen my other Legend of Zelda Nendoroids, which have mostly been Link and Zelda. But they also released, after Breath of the Wild came out, a Guardian Nendoroid, which is, I feel like it's one of my more unique Nendoroids. Because most of them tend to be more like characters from, like humanoid characters from anime or video games. But this one, he's more of, what would you say, a machine creature that we fight out and used to scare me a lot in Breath of the Wild. His music that would come out would really like stress me out. And it's like, where is it gonna? Is it gonna get me? Is it gonna kill me? Especially early on in the game where you don't really have the tools or right weapons to fight against them very well. So mostly I would just run away and like avoid them. But this is a really cute Nendoroid that I really like. As you can see, he's also kind of a bigger Nendoroid because while he comes in the smaller size box, his box is huge compared to all the other ones we've seen. So as you can see, he is a very big boy. And then it looks like he comes with a little extra place for your Link Breath of the Wild one, which I do have. And if you want us to check him out, I do have another video going over this Breath of the Wild Link, which is a very cute one, and I really do like him. But I do have this Guardian, and it looks like he has a little game over sheet, like ones we've seen. But yeah, enough of my rambling. Let's actually get this guy out of the box and take a closer look. Let's get this Guardian out of his box. His big old box, which, can't you tell, this is so much bigger than the other ones, but I digress. And before I keep opening, just want to take a note how it says here, sticker sheet parts inserted behind the inner paper board. So there is something back there. Make sure not to miss that. So like, unlike Oikawa in the last Nendoroid Collection video we did, this does not have a special backdrop. It is a plain color, which is usual for most Nendoroids, I want to say. But it did have this extra sheet back there, which is the little game over sheet. Just leave that there. And so we've seen other Nendoroids that have things like this. I think we saw it with my original Cardcaptor Sakura Nendoroid, as well as some of the Kaisen, I believe, had something like this. I think Morgana from Persona 5 also does have something like this, but this is basically to create this image. Hold on, let me get it. So this is basically for that. You see it has a little stand, similar to the one with Oikawa and Kageyama and Hinata. They have to hold up their little backdrop. This one you put in front to hold on, which we've seen before also with things like Kukuri. I believe Kukuri also had something like this. So let's set this aside. Just a little tape. And here we have the Guardian. And before we take a look at all of this, let's look at his booklet like usual. So we can see that he does have a couple of more extra instructions. He doesn't have that many parts. He has his main body, he has an extra little eyepiece, and he has the beam that he's shooting at Link with. So that's part C and E, I believe. He also comes with part D, which is another bow for Link, which says part D is for use with Nendoroid Link Breath of the Wild version or Nendoroid Link Breath of the Wild version DX edition. So separately. So those are ones we have. We have the DX version. So this is, I forget what it's called. It's been so long since I played Breath of the Wild, but one of like the ancient bow that you can use to actually fight the Guardians with more ease. But yeah, so here it instructs you on what to do if you want to change his eye for that one, as well as what you need to do in order to swap out and put in the beam so it looks like he's attacking. So let's take a look at the Guardian himself. But first we have to get him out of this blister. Okay, as we can see, he comes with his stand too, which, similar to Alphonse, he has an extra big stand for compared to Nendoroids, which are usually more like about this size, 3x3 of these holes. This one's more 4x4, so extra big for an extra big Nendoroid. And then let's get him out of here. You can see we still have all the little plastic that I kept from when I originally opened him. Put that to the side. And then he has this little extra blister part so that he can sit comfortably in there with all his little extra parts, which you can see have joints and articulated so you can move around and have him crawl around and pose. While I haven't opened him very often, I did take him out to take some pictures with Link, with all my links. So you'll see that at the end of this Nendoroid collection video if you do like to stick around and see some of my Nendoroid photography and also the spin around of the Nendoroid himself. Yeah, he's very cute. Very more matte feeling. I really do like how he feels, even though these parts change a little to feel a little bit more metallic. But honestly, it feels more plastic. But this, I love how the texture of this is. I'm not very good at describing, but it does feel a little more rough, a little more like it could have been out of, not clay, but like a more natural stony material. So he is super cute. And I remember playing this game and having just big, like Princess Mononoke feels, especially with how the Guardians move. It reminded me of the corrupted, like, boars in Princess Mononoke. And then Breath of the Wild Link really reminds me of Ashitaka. So, personally, if I ever had a movie that I would want of Link, of Zelda, I would want it in Ghibli style, like most people do. Looks like I didn't put this head back in quite properly last time I did this. But let's see. Let's see if I'm able to swap out anything. Before that, as you can see, we have the extra eyepiece, which I think is what you need to put in if you want to use the beam. Hold on. This has plastic on top of it. So let's see. He has some stuff from the set that I used it. We also have the little bow for Link to use when he's fighting the Guardian in here. Put that back in here. And then, let's see if we can get the, no, we have to take it out. Go back there. And let's see. And this we can set out the light beam so it is attacking you. Which, like I've mentioned earlier, this used to freak me out a lot, especially early in the game. With that really tense music that would always start playing as soon as a Guardian was like, you were in the area or it spotted you. It was really stressful and really well done. Because it really freaked me out. Okay, so supposedly I should be able to take out this part of the Guardian. So we can switch out the eyeballs. Switch out that eyeball. This always stresses me out a little bit. But yeah, I think it's coming out. Because you always have to kind of do it properly or else it could break. The top one doesn't seem to want to come out. Because it does, I think, have a little nub up there. And the bottom ones came out, but the top one doesn't want to come out quite as easily. So like always, take your time because I'm just terrified of that breaking, but we did it. It didn't break. Yatta! We did it! So as you can see, this is what it looks like from the inside. So you take this out, which comes out this way. Put that right there. And then you would put this in. And then all this you would put in after because you would have to put this back in the right place. I'm holding it. So you see these have these little nudges right there. Holes which correspond to these nudges right there. So they can properly go in the right place. So I'm not gonna put this in for my photo, but I will show it like this. So at this point you would attach that back to the rest of the body, and then once this was in there, you could attach the beam. And so just have it aim however you want. I think it's like that in the photo, and it'd be like attacking. Pew pew. He'll be attacking Link, and this would be really terrifying because this could do a lot of damage and really just kill you if you get hit in early game. But yeah, this is a super cool Nendoroid, I think. And a great addition to your collection, especially if you love Legend of Zelda. You have to get the Guardian if you haven't gotten it. But yeah, super cool. So now I'm going to switch him back to his regular eyes. So technically I should just be able to pull those out. Put him down right there. And yeah, everything comes out just nicely. Now I'm going to do it from this side. Close him up right there. Then this comes out really easily, goes into that slot. Put the other eye, which you can tell does not have the little hole for the beam. And just put him back in there. I find like this comes out very easily when it's open like that. And then as you can see, we have 2 nudges there, 1, 2, 3, and then those extra 3 ones that correspond to here, 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 and here, here. And as well, there's these extra nudges right there that go in there and there. So it has a lot of parts that's holding it in. That's why it was a little stubborn to come out. But that is good. Actually, I think maybe I'll put this in first, because like I find like these ones aren't holding in as well as they could have and easily slip out. But then they hold on much better that way. So there we go. There we go. Make sure everything's going into its right space. This one was a little more stubborn about going in, but I think you just gotta aim it correctly to make sure it's going into the right hole. But yeah, that is the Guardian. His body can rotate like this. Can it go all the way around? Yes. And then his legs, like I've showed you, move like that. They don't move a ton. And this is as much as they straighten out. But you can definitely do quite a bit of posing with them. And then his head also moves all the way around. And his body moves. His head doesn't move all the way around. I'm lying a little bit of that. I don't think he goes all the way. There's a part where it just kind of stops. But the rest of his body does. So you can pose him in a bunch of different directions. And he's ready to go attack Link. But that is it with this guy for today. I really like him. He is a much bigger and chunkier Nendoroid. But he's not particularly heavy. Like, he feels pretty light for this size. But he's definitely heavier than a typical Nendoroid because, duh, he's bigger. But he is super cute and adorable, I think, even though he is a terrifying in game. And then I think I can nudge his eye a little bit. Yeah, you can nudge it and move it around a little bit since it's round and spherical. But I think I'm going to call it for today. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider liking and subscribing. I post Nendoroid related content or blind box unboxings every Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. I also run a Stationery Shop and Stationery Shop YouTube, which is A Small Geeky Chica, website being asmallgeekychica.com. So if you like stickers and sticker sheets and washi tapes and all that kind of stationery goodness, I hope you considered giving me a follow and checking out my channels over there. One of my little current life goals is to eventually open a stationery shop in my own small town. Well, it's not a small town. It's like a little city. We have a very cute downtown area, so I want to open a brick and mortar store there one day. So hopefully you'll go and support me over there. I'm also thinking at some point I might at some Nendoroid related items over there. Mainly my like crochet that I make from my Nendoroid dolls, beanies, sweaters, scarves, that kind of thing. And I don't know, maybe some clothing that I sew. Lots of future projects to do, so if you like that kind of thing, I hope you check me out at A Small Geeky Chica. And if you continue to like all these figure videos, continue to come back to A Small Geeky Chica figures. But that's it for today. I do hope to see you next week. Bye bye.